Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Future Stars on Hidayat TV. To remind you, we are continuing with our topic, Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. So, Hussein, if you could recap what happened after before the break.
So at the beginning, the Khalifa of that time found out that he was going to be the final Imam, and he's gonna sort of make everybody convert him to Islam. So then he didn't want this to happen, so he tried to kill him at his birth, but he failed, and because he was trying to hunt him down, he had to go into hiding. And then his father sadly passed away, Imam Hassan al-Askari. So then he had to come out of hiding. When he was 5 years old, his uncle was going to lead the prayers, but an Imam has to lead the prayers for another Imam's death. So then he did that. Then he went back into hiding, and the Khalifa, he found out that he did the prayer, so he's more concerned now, and he really tried to hunt him down, and he sort of appointed some deputies. There was 4 deputies, and they were passing they was doing jobs for Imam. So then when some of them died and passed on to their son, and that's what we got to so far.
Yeah, and that was in his first occupation. But after that, he came back, and the 4th one was going to be the last one as well. And after that, he came back, and then he had to go back in hiding again. So, but before the break, we were talking about the responsibilities during Ghaibat, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So Mohsin has got the next thing. So could we start Mohsin off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
The one who dies among you while he is waiting for the appearance of Al-Mahdi, he is like the one who is in the tent of Imam Mahdi. Nay, rather, like one who has fought like the Imam, rather like the one who has martyred while fighting with the Prophet. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Okay, thank you, Mohsin. So, just then, Mohsin was just saying how important it is for us to actually wait for the Imam and believe him. It's like fighting with the Prophet at the time when the Prophet was alive. Misbah has the next thing, so could we start Misbah off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
There are many other hadith which convey the same idea with a little difference in the expression. But what does this waiting mean, which has been elevated to the degree of jihad? Is it intidar, which follows the love of the Imam. When someone we love goes to study or work in another country, we long to see him or her, and we wait for his or her return.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad
wa ajil farjahum. Thank you, Misbah. Okay, so now what Misbah was just talking about, she just gave us an example. We're talking more about that. But now, Misbah, what have you got?
A qasida.
Yes, and who's it about?
Imam Mahdi.
Yes, obviously, because he's our topic. So can we start Misbah off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi, where is the light that guides our way, brightens our day, shows us the way? Where is the head of Mustafa, of Zahara, of Karbala? We are praying for your protection from harm, Ya Mahdi. We are waiting for you, O final Imam, Ya Mahdi. We are waiting for you, Imam Zaman, Ya Mahdi. We are waiting for you, Imam Zaman, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. Like the sun that hides behind the clouds, your love enshrouds, your love surrounds. When you will arise, the world will be place of safety, finally free. We are all awaiting your return, Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. All the evils you will overturn, Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. Happiness everywhere we turn, oh Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. Happiness everywhere we turn, oh Mahdi, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. When I think of you, to be a part, it breaks my heart. When will I see the face of the one? He'll bring the truth, enjoy the good, banish falsehood. Separation from you is impossible, Ya Mahdi. Attraction to your path inevitable, Ya Mahdi. In my heart your name is written legible, Ya Mahdi. In my heart your name is written legible, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. Every day I pray to see your face, follow your ways. I wish that I'm amongst the ones who support you and follow you, follow the truth. Oh Imam, my voice is called out eagerly, Ya Mahdi. Oh Imam, my voice is called out desperately, Ya Mahdi. For your reappearance we all pray daily, Ya Mahdi. For your reappearance we all pray daily, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. We call out to you in allegiance, obedience, and we proclaim that you are the guide sent from Allah, the shining star, final Hujjah. Peace be upon you, O son of Askari, Ya Mahdi. We promise on your path that we are steady, Ya Mahdi. Please return, O Imam, for we are ready, Ya Mahdi. Please return, O Imam, for we are ready, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi, Ya Mahdi. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum. Thank you, Misbah. Okay, so that was the qasida about Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, and Hussein is continuing with the responsibilities of Ghibat. So can we start with saying off with the loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajum. We also try and keep in contact with him or her. When we know that he is going to come back, we begin to prepare for him or her. Intida for Imam also has a similar meaning. We have to try our best to ensure that when Imam comes, we have our affairs in order and that we have prepared a society with which he will be pleased with. During the Ghibat of the Imam, there exists a postural system between the Shias and their Imam. In this postural system, not only do we write letters, but our best actions and deeds also communicate on our behalf. We are not heedless of your life affairs and do not forget remembering you. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
Okay, thank you, Hussein. Okay, so interesting there. Hussein said that we need to keep a kind of connection with our Imam, don't we? And And what one thing did Hussein say that we could do in there?
That we could try to make the society really good, and like everybody's really kind and
Yeah, that's one thing. But you also said in there that you could write a letter, can't you?
oh yeah.
Yeah, you
And
did, didn't you?
You could
Yeah.
write but your actions did also communicate on there.
Yeah, and your actions and deeds as well communicate. You can communicate with your actions and deeds, and also you could write something down, wouldn't it? And what sometimes that like maybe we discussed it on the show. I can't remember. Maybe last time when it was his birthday, when you could write a letter and put it in
a
river.
bottle, and then like you put it down
You
the
put it in
river.
the river, and then it would like be sent to the imam. So who's done this before? Has any of you done this?
No, not really.
You have. If you haven't done it, would you like to would you like to do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope you viewers at home would like to do this as well. If you would like to, then they can easily do it, can't they? Yeah, and it's like communicating with the imam, isn't it? And remember, also you can do, can't we? That, like Misbah said, communicate with the actions and deeds as well, can't
Yes.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what? Give me a few examples of these deeds that we can communicate with.
We could
Send a letter to your bottle and then place it into the river.
Yeah, and we can send letters. What else? I'm talking about like actions and deeds.
like we can like do good deeds for like other people,
What
like
deeds?
like help them out, like
Give charity to the poor.
yeah, and like just to try to convert people as well.
We can like help people out, like shopping, something like that. And when we are helping out, what is this communicating to the imam?
Showing that we are trustworthy and helpful.
Yeah, you're helpful, and it shows it, and it communicates as well that
We are ready.
that you're responsible, you can help, and you will be able to help the imam when he comes as well. Does that show the imam that we can help him as well when he comes back? Doesn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do these good deeds to show the imam and to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We also do these deeds as well to show the imam that we can help him when he comes back as well. Don't you think? And we should be helping other people and telling them about this so they could help out people more. So it urges the return of Imam Mahdi, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. What else do we say? What dua do we say as well?
Do I hajj?
Yeah, we do that as well to show the imam that we really want him back as well, doesn't it? That we can do these deeds, we can help people out to show actually that when our imam comes, that we'll be able to help him as well. This shows that when we're doing these deeds, it shows that we can help the imam when he comes back. Misbah has got the next thing, so could we start Misbah off with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah.
Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi alayhi salam, Bihr al-Anwar. According to a hadith, every Thursday night, the scrolls of deeds of all human beings are presented to the present Imam. The cause of Imam's happiness and pride, or sorrow and grief, whatever the case may be, are the scrolls of deeds of the Shias. When he looks at the scrolls of deeds of the Shias and finds that most of them are full of wrong and un-Islamic deeds, his sorrow and grief knows no bounds. So in other words, these scrolls of deeds are weekly letters which we send to Imam during the period of occultation. If we want to keep Imam happy and proud, we should send good reports to him, and that means that we have to be careful in our daily lives and see whatever we do is not against the laws of the Sharia. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
Thank you, Misbah. Okay, so now what Misbah just said is telling us these deeds and things that we should do. We should do these deeds and we should send these lessons to keep in touch with our Imam. And what else was she talking about?
That like how like our deeds now are they're not they're not good.
That when the Imam that is present sees the scrolls.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just explain that a little bit. Okay. So every when you're in school, every like half term or term, what happens? You get something from the school, don't you?
Your old books.
All
Report.
Yeah. You get a report, don't you? You get a report from. And if you go to mosque as well at the end of the term, you do get a report sometimes as well. And after these half terms or full term, you get a report. And who does the report go to?
Your parents.
Your parents.
Yeah. And what happens if a bad report?
Your
Bad things come your way.
You get in trouble, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah. If your bad report, your parents feel sad as well, don't you? Because you've got a bad report.
Yes. And
Yeah, but if you've got a good report,
good.
yeah, because you're not behaving good, and if you got a good report, how would your parents feel?
happy.
And they would be proud, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. This applies to Imam Mahdi as well, because what happens, like Mr. just said, every Thursday, that's like Thursday to Thursday, we've got 7 days, and in these 7 days, there's a scroll coming to him, and shows all deeds of every person on this earth. And when he comes up to the people who are his followers, the Shia, when he comes there, he hopes so much that these are good, and he reads them. When he reads and sees it's a bad report, like your parents, they are angry with you and they are sad as well. He feels like that as your parents feel when a report comes home and it's a bad report. But if it's a good report, he feels proud of you and happy with you, doesn't he?
But if it's bad one, he feels very sad.
Yeah, if it's a bad one, he feels very sad. So it kind of applies the same concept, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So what should we be doing?
Keep doing good deeds.
Good deeds and
to please him.
Yeah, we should be doing these good deeds. So when these scrolls go to the Imam, alayhi salam,
don't go against
yeah, and he sees the Shia, section where his Shia are, his scrolls of the Shia are, he would be happy. He would be happy to see these scrolls because he knows that they will be full with good deeds. So this is what we should be doing. We should be doing these good deeds. We should be helping people out. So when it comes to that Thursday, when the Imam alayhi salam gets those scrolls, he'll be happy that he'll be able to read these scrolls and see all the good deeds that his Shia and his followers are doing. Don't you think we should make him proud in that way?
Yes.
Yeah. And what does that help? What does that help?
Like for him to come more.
Yeah, it helps for him to come more quicker, and we do these more.
helps for him to want to go.
Yeah, and it helps him come more quicker because we're doing these good deeds, making him come more quicker. So thanks, Misbah. Mohsin has got the next thing, so could we start Mohsin off with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
The one who is truly waiting for the Imam is the one who feels the presence of Imam all the time and tries to live in a way which would make the Imam happy. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
Okay, thank you, Mohsin. That was just a summary of what we just read about the ghibat, isn't it? Isn't that's just a summary of how we should do the good deeds to please the Imam alayhi salam. Okay, thank you for that, Mohsin, and thank you for that all of the summary. Okay, Hussein, what have you got for us?
a story.
A story. And what's the story about?
It's about like how Imam Mahdi was like, what happened so that he could be born.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking, and Hussein's got a story about one Imam and how he helped to him for the birth to be brought of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. So could we start Hussein off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil. The birth of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. The name of the mother of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam is Bibi Nojis alayhi salam. Her other names were Malika and Rahana. She was the granddaughter of the Roman Empire of the time. The history of her arrival in Sumera is narrated by Bashir bin Suleiman as follows. Once Imam Ali al-Naqi alayhi salam called for me and said, "Since you are a descendant of our helpers and amongst our friends, I wish to assign to you a responsibility as I place full confidence in you." I asked him to issue his command as I was ready for any service. He said that he desires to purchase a female slave. He asked me to proceed to Baghdad for this purpose and upon my arrival to go to the river bank the next morning. There I would see a number of boats and some female captives for sale. I should approach one Umar bin Yazid who would have for sale a female who would be dressed in 2 silk clothes. She was disapproved of any buyer and would be speaking in Roman language. He gave me 120 dinars and said that the seller would accept only this price. He also gave me a letter written in the Roman language to hand over to the female slave. I proceeded to Baghdad, and in accordance with the signs the Imam had given me, I identified the lady and handed the letter to her. Upon reading the letter, tears flowed from her eyes, and she said to her master that she wanted to be sold only to me and that she would accept no other buyer. So I returned to my lodging with the lady who placed the letter on her eyes and wept prostrately. I asked her why she was kissing the letter and weeping when she was a visitor from Rome and did not know the author of the letter. She said, "I am the granddaughter of Caesar, the king of Rome, and my name is Malika. My father's name is Prince Yeshu, and the name of my mother is Safa. My granddaughter has bestowed me to his nephew. The Christian priests, ministers, leaders, and courtiers were one day called to the palace. He seated his nephew on a throne stood with diamonds and asked the priest to perform my marriage with him. No sooner had the priest commenced the recitation from the book when the idol on the wall collapsed and the prince fell off the throne, which had broken into pieces. Another attempt met with the same result. My grandfather was deeply distressed by the unexplained occurrence. The same night Prophet Isa appeared in my dreams. He was present with his companions. At the same marriage ceremony, a high throne was being placed exactly where the prince's throne had been, and on it was seated an elderly man with a glowing face. Soon some other people arrived whose faces were also glowing with Prophet Isa. And Prophet Isa rose to welcome them. I asked someone in my dreams as to their identity. He informed me that they were the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the 11 Imams alayhi salam. The Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked Prophet Isa alayhi salam for the hand of Malika, the daughter of Sham Safa, for his son, pointing at the shining face of Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam. The request was made to Prophet Isa alayhi salam, as Malika was the descendant of Prophet Shamun alayhi salam, who was the successor of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Prophet Isa alayhi salam invited the views of Prophet Shamun alayhi salam, who instantly conceded, as he regarded the request of a great honor. And so my marriage was performed with Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam. My eyes abruptly opened and I was full of joy and recalling the dream. However, overcome by fear, I did not narrate this to anyone. Then in a dream I saw the daughter of the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and rose in reference to her and complained about my condition and my separation from the Imam. She told me to recite the kalma to testify to the unity of Allah and the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to become a Muslim, and then only she would ask the Imam alayhi salam to visit me daily in my dreams. I became a Muslim, and since then the Imam came in my dreams and consoled me. Once he told me that my grandfather would send an army to attack Muslim countries, and that I should change my dress and join the army as one of the attendants. The Muslims would win, and I would be arrested with the others and taken as prisoner of war. Bashar continues, I was overwhelmed and joy of hearing this narration, and brought Bibi Nojis alayhi salam to Imam Ali al-Naqi alayhi salam, who welcomed her and handed her into the care of his sister sister Halima. Later he arranged for her to marry his son Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, and prophesied that they would have a son who would be the Hujjat, proof of Allah on earth. When the earth will have been saturated with oppression, evil and dishonesty, he would emerge to spread justice and piety. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam was born in Samarra at dawn on Friday the 15th of Shaban 255 AH in the house of his father. Such a brightness shone on his face that it penetrated through the roof of the house towards the sky. Immediately upon his birth he first prostrated in sajda and raised his right index finger towards the sky and recited the kalma. This was the practice of all our Imams. During the ceremony of shaving the head of the newborn, Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam instructed his Astoni Osman bin Saad Umri to distribute meat and love the bread to the poor. Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil fajr.
Thank you. Okay, so that was a story about how the father of Imam Ali, Imam Hassan Askari alayhi salam, how his father took part and helped the birth of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, and what happened when actually Imam Mahdi was born, and how he showed his imamat. Okay, so that's all we got for today's show. Hope you've learned a lot, and hope you at home has learned a lot. And remember, recite dua faraj as well, because it helps the reappearance of our Imam as well. And hope you learned a lot from today's show. We'll be here same time, same place next week on Hidayat TV. But until then, good Hafiz.